All right, 6.8 deals with kind of a little bit of graphing, coordinate plane. Let's get some vocab words down. Where the y-axis here, vertical, we should know that from graphing, where the vertical axis and the horizontal x-axis meet is called the origin. And we're dealing with what are called ordered pairs. Ordered pairs come in the form of what I'm going to label as x and y. This tells you how far left or right to go on the x-axis. This tells you how far up or down to go on y-axis. Sorry for the messy handwriting there. So for example, if you look at this ordered pair, notice it's negative 3 minus 2. So negative means to go left or down, depending on where it is, but x is first. So we're going to go back 3. Always start at the origin. We're going to go back 3, and it's a positive 2, so we're going to go up 2. Notice this is 0 because we're not going over anything, but we're going down 2 because of the negative. Okay, so if we're naming these ordered pairs, we want to always start from the origin, start with x first. So our A ordered pair would be back 1, 2, 3, 4. So my x value is going to be negative 4, but up 2, positive 2. And my B value here is, again, x value first, 1, 2, 3, positive 3, but down 1. Okay, so x and y has to be in that order. For plotting these points, again, look, this tells you how far over, that one tells you how far down to go, or up, if it's positive. So first one is over 0, down negative 3. So that's our first dot, labeled R. Second one here is back negative 3, down negative 4. So notice kind of how I'm going about doing that. Back negative 3, down 4, and that is labeled S. They just do that to kind of make them easy to find. So T, we're going to go over 2, up 1. That's T. And U, we're going to go over 3, down negative 5, and that's going to be U. Okay, so we use this kind of as a road map, as a guide. How far left or right, how far down to go. To find the length and width here, we can count the squares. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which would be an area of 30. And we're just going to call it units, and it's area squared, right? 5 times 6. So this unit is going to be dealing with the different ordered pairs, kind of plotting points. It's also going to be dealing with quadrants. Let's label these quadrants here. So each part of this section, in 4s here, has its own quadrant. We're going to call the quadrant here is going to be labeled top right quadrant, and we kind of work counterclockwise. Is labeled quadrant 1, and what we say here is both values are always going to be positive. If we look at here, kind of working back, quadrant 2, The x value in quadrant 2 is always going to be negative. The y up here is always going to be positive. Q3, both are going to be negative. And quadrant 4, you're going to have a positive x but a negative y. So those are labeled here. So I'm just going to use this to label these. So that should give you a little bit of a starting point to be able to label your ordered pairs and to be able to draw your ordered pairs.